From the web services overview presentation, you have learned how the HTTP and XML make the web services technology so powerful. You have learned the several advantages of web services, out of which the top three are: web services allow heterogeneous applications to integrate with each other. That is, applications running in heterogeneous environments like .NET and Java can talk to each other using web services. You can expose your legacy applications as web services, and then your current applications can integrate with your legacy code or use your legacy code through the web services API. Your clients or customers can use the web services to integrate your application with an existing application from a third party or their in-house applications through the web services API. Today, we will learn the important concepts of web services implementation. So by the end of it, you will know what a web services stack is, the two ways of implementing web services, that is the top-down and bottom-up approach, and also we will briefly learn what Apache CXF, the open source web services framework, is. Every platform that supports web services comes up with a web services stack. A web services stack at a minimum offers a SOAP engine that at runtime serializes and deserializes the SOAP or XML messages. 2. A web services stack also provides you to configure endpoints, and at runtime the web services stack knows how to dispatch the incoming web services requests and where to send them. So the web services stack knows which endpoint to invoke and which method serves a particular incoming web service request. They also offer you with tools that you can use to create your own web service consumer or client. So your application, sometimes it can be a web service provider, and sometimes it could be a web service consumer. So this web services stack provides you with the tools that you can use to come up with our own web service consumer code. Last but not the least, every web services stack provides you with tools that you can use to design or implement your web services using the top-down and the bottom-up approach. In the top-down approach, you come up with your WSDL file first. Top-down approach is also known as the WSDL first or contract first web services. This is where we create our WSDL file, which has the schema, the messages that we are going to use, the request and response messages, the operation names, and then the port type and the bindings, if you remember from the WSDL presentation. Top-down or WSDL first approach is the recommended approach because you define a strict contract. It's like coding two interfaces in Java. And in the bottom-up approach, we create our code first, our .NET or Java code first, and then generate the WSDL file using the tools that this web service stack offers. There are cases when you have to use the bottom-up approach, like when you have a legacy application where the code is already written. Now you want to expose this legacy code as a web service, you will have to use the bottom-up approach, and where it will generate your WSDL file and then expose your legacy application as a web service. Apache CXF is one powerful open source web services stack which implements the JAX WS standard, and it provides you with all the aforementioned tools and APIs that you can use to come up with your own web services implementation. Apache CXF uses Spring to configure web services, so it's very easy to use. As I said, it implements the JAX WS standard, which is the Java API for web services. So as a Java developer, all you need to learn is the JAX WS interfaces and classes. Once you learn it, it's very easy to use any underlying web services stack. Most of the application servers come with their own implementation of JAX WS, but Apache CXF is one popular implementation out there. CXF also provides you with tools that I have mentioned, which you can use to generate your client code. You can come up with your own consumer. You can implement both the top-down and bottom-up web services using the tools provided by Apache CXF. It provides you with the SOAP engine, which serializes and deserializes the data at runtime, and also it provides you the dispatch mechanism. So at runtime, when an incoming web service request comes in, CXF knows where to send it, so it allows you to configure your web services endpoints. You can also extend or customize the behavior of Apache CXF using the interceptors or handlers that CXF provides you with. It implements, like any other web services stack, Apache CXF implements all the major web services standards like web service security, web service attachments, MTOM, etc. And it also provides you with tons of examples or samples. When you download and install Apache CXF, it has examples on how to implement web services using top-down approach, how to implement web service using bottom-up approach, and how to come up with a web services client, how to do web services attachment, how to use web services security. So it has tons of examples which are really useful. As I do more hands-on presentations in the future using Apache CXF, you'll learn more about CXF as well as JAX-WS. To summarize, now you know what a web services implementation is. You can use two approaches to implement your web services, the top-down and bottom-up approach. In the top-down approach, which is also known as the WSDL first or contract first approach, you create your contract or the WSDL file first, and then you generate the Java or .NET code from it, and then you implement your web service. Whereas the bottom-up approach, you write your code first and then generate the WSDL out of it, and you usually use it for legacy applications. The recommended approach is the top-down approach. And most of the popular web services stacks come with a SOAP engine. They allow you to configure your endpoints using XML configuration or annotations. And also they provide you with the tools that you can use to come up with your own web service consumer or client. In the next session, I will show you how to use Apache CXF to implement a top-down web service. So we are going to implement a WSDL first web service for our application. Until then, take care, keep sharing and learning. Thanks for watching.